Now we need a singer too. You finished my masterclass for drumming live in the kitchen.
Good job, bud. Right, welcome to Scrambled, where I'm inviting some of the biggest tastemakers to my kitchen to chat and make one of my favorite dishes, scrambled eggs. And today, guess what? We've got one of the biggest DJs in the world right now. Now, you may have heard of his songs, 365, The Middle. Trust me, I've seen him on a night out in Vegas, and he is brilliant. Please welcome Zedd.
How are you doing?
Good to see you, bud.
Nice to see you, brother.
Welcome to the Madhouse.
Thanks for having me.
I like to think of this kitchen like your deck.
Okay.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing at my deck. So.
Congrats on the Orbit Tour.
Thank you so much. So we're gonna start September, October, I believe is the US, and we're heading to Europe,
Nice.
UK, and then we'll see, maybe more.
Congrats. So we're gonna do this together.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna get the pans on. Why
Okay,
don't
great.
you select those ingredients and tell me?
Okay, let's start with bacon.
Yes.
Let's do goat cheese,
Right. Ghost cheese, bacon.
shallots, and something green. What fits the best?
I think scallions would go in.
Okay,
there,
let's go.
So if we render down the bacon with the shallots,
Okay.
we'll finish the scrambled egg with the ghost cheese.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, next time I see you, I'm gonna come up and start touching buttons. Like,
Perfect.
just put me on the
I'll
spot.
teach you. We got this.
And then we will finish the scrambled eggs. In fact, let's do it in a bun with the
Okay.
scallions on there, yes?
Great.
Okay, let's do this together. So there's a rule when we do slicing. So it's a 3-finger slice, okay? 1 in front, 2 behind. I'll do this first one here. We'll just go nice and slowly across. Hold that back together then. Let the knife do the work there. And then with the butt of the knife, the heavy part, let that shallot literally get
I always
chopped.
wanted to know how to do that.
So nice and fine like that. Off you go. There you go, man. Now, watching you live is energetic.
It is.
Yeah. And this whole new transformation of that DJ world now is unique because it's clean, it's sophisticated, and not only you DJing, but it's become a producing thing, right?
It is all about producing.
The
these
producing.
days.
So when you got into music, how old were you?
I was about 3 years old or 4 years old when I started thinking I make great music.
3 or 4
then
years of age?
And then I
Seriously?
think when I was 4 or 5 is when my parents started recording me make music.
And what was the first instrument you learned to play?
It was piano for sure.
The piano for sure.
I'm trying to answer your questions while I'm so focused on the 3-finger rule.
Sorry. After that, it's a lot easier.
But yeah, it was piano.
good.
I studied piano, classical piano for 8 years or so until I got so sick of it that I wanted to do the opposite.
Wow.
I wanted to do something my parents didn't want me to do, which was play the drums in an
Right.
apartment where nobody could play drums because it was way too loud.
No.
Everybody complained.
Now, shallot's done. Bacon. Again, we're just going to go a little bit, sort of hold it together this time and use the butt of the knife. We're going to cut, they're called lardons, okay? And in terms of the producing aspect now, no one quite understands how technical that is.
Yes.
Yes. How do you connect those tunes? How do you get that magic when, for instance, the collaborations you've done,
Yeah.
you know, they come to you with a bass, you add it. Do you need time when you're own there? Are you away?
yeah.
Are you locked up? What are you doing?
I used to like to work on the road, which I can't do anymore. I need time these
Yes.
days, and I need my chair. I need my comfortable space.
Right.
And I need a lot of time to work with the vocals that I record with somebody.
So I'm going to render that fat down and get that nice and crispy. And that's going to top this, okay? And I think that's also a bit like food when you think about the sort of 8 to 10 hours prep that goes into one dish that's devoured
Right.
in 2 minutes.
Yeah, people see the very end result. They don't really see the weeks and months of work before that, or in your case, you know, the day of preparation or multiple days.
Where does that discipline come from? Because like cooking, there needs to be a line that we can't cross and then a line that we don't go under. You want perfection, you want the latest
Yes.
big hit.
I've just never been different. I've always liked to be very good at everything I do, and that's
Right.
just a drive that comes from within.
But even
I want to be really good at this dish I'm doing right now. That's why I really want to not up. But I just wanted to. I like being good at things. I like to learn them, and I hate imperfections.
When you were growing up and you went to college, do you have any idea you would be where you are now?
Absolutely not. I didn't think I was ever going to be a DJ, to be honest with you, because I was in a band back then, and I thought that I would be a professional drummer. When I started making electronic music, I didn't even know what the hell I was doing, to be honest with you.
Oh, really? So we'll get that bacon out onto the
Should I just
paper.
throw that on top?
Straight on there, yeah. And we'll get that nice and drained. And that'll go crispy. So let's start off with the pans. You take your pan over there.
Yep.
Low gas.
Is this low?
Yeah, that's low. We'll
Okay.
keep it off for now.
Oh, okay.
Because the secret behind any great scrambled egg is not over stirring it. And so crack an egg always on a flat surface. That way you don't get shell inside. So we crack the egg here and open up and go.
I mean, you just did it like that.
Yeah, but if I go slow, I'll f it up. So I just pick it up
crack
there.
it just by hitting
That's it. And then see these bits here? You go boom, and you pop up over in there.
All right.
Ready? And open. See? Yes. There you
That's
go.
not that bad. That's a couple more than 3 fingers.
See, there you go. So
From my
you've been
mistakes.
practicing.
I have not.
You?
I have never done this. I always use a knife.
Really?
And then 2 hands.
Now, after that, use both hands and do a double tap. And
Oh!
You can do that last 2 eggs. Ready?
Let's try it.
1, 2, 3. Tap and open.
That was pretty good. I don't see anything in there.
very good.
Oh, 1. Okay, 1 made it in there.
So we keep the flame nice and low.
Okay.
We're going to take a little bit of butter, okay, and just slice 1, 2 little knobs of butter in there. So now we go in, take your spatula.
Yep.
We're still not going to put any heat in there, okay? And then we start stirring. As that's going, we're going to start stirring. You'll see the butter and that breaking down. How cool is it playing Omnia? I mean, every time we go there, the queue's outside the door. Were you nervous the first time you opened up there?
I was, because I was at another place for 3 years before, and this is, this became my second home. But I love it now.
We come off the heat now, and here's where it gets exciting. Seal that around the outside here. In order to have an even distribution and the eggs cooking evenly, the plastic scraper will go around there, and literally clean that down. So what we're doing is not allowing bits of the egg to be cooking in front of the other parts of the egg.
Got it.
And the butter's still melting slowly. So you go off for 30 seconds, we go back on for a minute again. So when you see those collaborations you've done over the last 5, 6 years, how do you keep both parties happy? How do you find that fine balance?
You just have to make yourself happy. But ultimately, some of my biggest songs, I was told by experts that they wouldn't work because they're too long, because they have a drop, because this, because that.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. You just do something that you love, and you're the artist, and then people will follow you. I'm pretty sure I messed this up, by the way. Yours looks substantially different than mine.
So I don't know why yours is moving at such a fast rate. Here's how to cool that down. You go in there, a teaspoon of creme fraiche. We keep it off the heat now, and then mix that in there. Here's the fascinating thing about you also that a lot of people don't know, is you collaborate on the most amazing tracks without the exposure. Anyone successfully understands to be unselfish. Where did that part of your career become important for you?
You know, when you are a DJ or a producer, whatever you want to call me, I am not a good singer.
Right.
Otherwise I would be singing in front of everybody right now.
Yes.
I depend on people being incredible.
Gotcha.
So from the very start, I can make instrumental music all day long, but I realized that the love I have for vocals, lyrics, and really connecting on a deeper level.
Yeah, but it's almost like a chef in a way that we're so relaxed at being unselfish and nurturing talent and seeing them get to your level. I think music and food is about being at the forefront of our industry and then making sure we've got that infrastructure behind us that help us look good, but we make them look even better, especially in their own little worlds. So,
I mean, I wouldn't be here if there wasn't people believing in me and what I did before others. Well, ours look 100% the same, don't you agree?
So yours is a little bit stiffer.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got lots of abdomen there. Right, little season. Okay, now's the time to season a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And you've got the salt like a rock salt.
Okay, you've got much more than me.
And then from there, now, bacon's done, nice and crispy. I can go back on there without the heat on there.
You're still cooking. Wow, this is very smooth looking.
Really slowly, really slowly. And then for the final part, the green bit, okay, take your scallions. You take 2 and I'll take 2.
Thank you.
Okay, so cut them in half.
Okay.
And bring the top half alongside the bottom, so they're all nice and into one.
Yep.
Butter the knife again, fingers
Three-finger technique.
out, let the knife do the work. Okay.
I'm not going to keep up with your speed.
No, don't you worry about the speed. And then we lift them in, and we sprinkle that over the scrambled eggs. And then gently fold that in there. Now for the exciting time. This is the presentation bit where chefs get so excited. So we're going to spoon this onto our bun. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start off with first, just put a little bit of the bacon bits underneath. That's the surprise there, right? Bacon and shallots underneath.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm going to then start layering my beautiful fluffy scrambled eggs on, and then spoon your scrambled egg on top of there.
It's fluffy. It's fluffy enough. Oh wait, I forgot to put the, oh whoop.
Your scallions in.
The first spoon always has to be without scallions. I read that somewhere.
Right.
It says it's just better for the first one to be clean, and then you mix it in. Otherwise, you have too much of it. I learned that very early on.
A little touch of seasoning on top because I just want to finish that there, and then look.
Yeah, see, there you go.
See? I forgot the goat's cheese.
That's the secret ingredient.
That's the secret ingredient. Look, goat's cheese on top of the bun there. The scrambled egg is still nice and warm, right? And that's the surprise. The goat's cheese on the bun. There you go. On.
So I didn't have the cheese. This one. Do I need the cheese?
Yeah, you can put a little bit on there. Oh my lord. And then show me yours, I'll show you mine.
That doesn't look bad at all.
That looks delicious.
This is 100% the best scrambled egg sandwich I've ever made, because this is also my first one ever.
Is it really?
And it's the best one by default, but it actually looks good. I'm happy.
It looks very, you've raised the bar. Right, little taste.
Thank you, thank you.
There you go, my man.
I'm going in.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going in.
Right, sod the spoons, let's go in.
I can tell the difference in the texture. Well, I really can. It's very, very smooth.
I like the goat's cheese at the end. We give that tartness which lifts it up. But
I knew it.
you know it's what you sent me into orbit. Good job, bud. Well done, man. Congrats on the tour. Can't wait
Thank
to
you
see
so
you in the
much.
park.
Thanks for having me
Great job.
again.
Thanks so much for watching, and guess what? You can find out so much more about Zedd's amazing orbit tour in the description down below. I'm with my dear friend Zedd, and we are remixing my scrambled egg recipe. Swipe up to have a great look. No, off. That's terrible. Yeah, it's a great look, mate.